Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make Biscochitos. It's a traditional New Mexican cookie. It used to be made for weddings, quinceañeras, Christmas. It's just a tradition that if you go to grandma's around the holidays or for special occasions, you know you're going to get Biscochitos and they're delicious. So I'm going to show you how to make them. You need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And what you need for this recipe is 6 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of anise, and that's what this is here. Kind of smells like licorice. You could buy it at your local supermarket. You need 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 2 cups of lard, and I use this one, 2 beaten eggs, and half a cup of cold water. And then you obviously need your cookie sheet, a rolling pin, and something to cut out your cookies with. I don't have special cookie cutter, so I'm just going to use a cup to make them circles. And you also need a mix of cinnamon and sugar. So I just put about, I don't know, a cup of sugar and maybe 3 teaspoons of cinnamon, maybe less, just to get a pretty little brown color. So to do this, you're going to mix all your dry ingredients together. So here I have my 6 cups of flour. I'm going to mix in the sugar. Oops, sorry. Making messes already. And your 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Your 1 teaspoon of salt. And your 2 teaspoons of anise seeds. And you're going to mix that around. These cookies are so awesome. Okay, just a good little mix there. You're actually going to have to get your hands dirty, so I might have to stop recording while I knead the dough. After I mix in the wet ingredients, you're going to get dirty. And then I'll come back after that. But for now, we'll mix in the wet ingredients now. So I'm going to put in the 2 beaten eggs and the 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And then you're going to drop in your 2 cups of lard. Sorry, hold on. It's stuck to the paper. Okay. And your half a cup of water. And now I'm going to stick my hands in, get dirty, and knead the dough, and I'll be back. Okay, so I've kneaded the dough, and that's what it looks like now afterwards. Sorry, I made a mess, as you guys saw. So I cleaned up a little, and I forgot to tell you guys that you are going to need extra flour. That way you can sprinkle some flour on the table first. That way when you roll out the dough, it doesn't stick to the table, and that way it's easier for you to pick up the cookies and put them on the cookie sheet. So I'm going to do that now and show you guys what to do after that. So I'll be back. Okay, so I rolled out the dough to about 1/4 inch thick, and I cut out the circles. Now I'm just putting them on the cookie sheet. One batch is already in the oven, so while that one's cooking, I start a new one, just because they do take a while. They should be in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes, and this recipe makes quite a bit of cookies. So just a little tip, and then once the cookies come out of the oven, that's when we're going to dip the top parts of the cookie in the cinnamon sugar mix, and then they'll be done. Cookies just came out of the oven, and they have the pretty brown color on the bottom. Now we're going to dip the top in the cinnamon sugar mix. Shake that up. Make sure it's coated on top. Yum, doesn't that look good? You can see the anise seeds and everything. So just put them on a cooling rack to cool, and you're done. Just watch your cookies when they're in the oven, because I know I said 12 to 15 minutes. My oven actually took about 18 minutes or so to bake them. So just keep an eye on them, make sure that they don't get very dark on the bottom, just like that's fine. So I hope you like my video. Please like it and subscribe. I'll put a link in the description for my blog as well, and I'll be putting a lot of the recipes on there. Leave comments if you like the cookies or if you have questions. And thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support. Bye.